Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 14th, and we are on our way down to North Carolina. We, as in I, but you are coming with me. I am going down 5.5 hours there and 5.5 hours back to North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte area, and I am doing a free book pickup. So it's kind of worth it to drive down there. The books that she sent me pictures of were pretty good, but I will say this trip overall, I think is going to be a little bit of, from what I saw from the pictures, a little bit of just like for fun for me, because a 11-hour drive with the gas prices these days is going to be a good little investment. I think it's probably going to cost me, I don't know, $60-ish to get there and back. We'll see. I'll let you guys know, of course. But the books are free. Somebody watches my channel. Her name is Judy. Hi, Judy, if you're watching. And she reached out letting me know that she's moving, I believe, to Texas. So she had to offload all of these books that she had in her store. And she wanted to know if I just wanted to come and get them for free. And I said, you know what? I think I do. So we made a date that worked. And I am about to head down there. So I'm not going to document a ton along the way. But I am going to show you guys, of course, what I pick up, how full my car is probably about to be. I emptied it out. It's super empty and I know it's about to be full and weighed down. So let's go ahead and get on the road, start our trip, and then of course unload it when we get back to the office, see what kind of goodies we picked up. Again, it's a free book pickup, so I'm not paying anything for the items. I'm just paying for my travel and my time. It is 7 right now, 6:45, 7 in the morning when I'm leaving. So it's going to be a whole like 12-hour-ish day. But there's 24 hours in a day, guys. You guys can go do book pickups like this, especially when gas prices aren't as expensive. These types of things are so good for your store and so good for your inventory. Just a huge influx of free books in all different genres and varieties. It's good stuff. So, all right, let's go ahead and get on the road. For you guys, I'm about an hour and a half out, and hasn't been the funnest drive, but it has been a drive. I'm making my way, almost there, and yeah, we're in the city-ish part now. I'm out of the country roads, so that's a plus. This is the cutest little city. I can't record much because I am driving and I don't know where I am, but look how stinking precious. It's very like old town feeling, like it used to be like a cute little town that obviously is now a little bit more in the country technically. I think, I don't know exactly where I am, but it's so cute, like little graveyard. And not that graveyards are cute, but it is a cute graveyard. I don't know how to describe it. And it's also very hilly, hence I guess Mount Holly. It's got like a mountainy vibe. It's just really fun. It looks really good. It looks like you're pretty close.
Yeah. My daughter asked me, she's like, when are you ready for me to send somebody?
All right, cool. All right, guys, we have so much stuff in the car, but I got there and I just realized it was a lot more than I kind of thought. I knew it was going to be a lot, but the way that I thought the boxes were going to be, I thought they were going to be a little bit shorter, just like not so tall, and I could stack them on top, but I can't. And so as I'm kind of going through all the boxes that were left, there were still some really good things in there, and I don't want to take a bunch of stuff that I have no use for and leave behind so much goodies. I also want to help Judy clear out some of her stuff. Like, she's just got a lot of books and they all have to go. So what I was thinking would be smart is about 8 minutes from her house is a thrift store. I'm gonna go over to the thrift store and go through some of these boxes and try to cherry pick a little bit more, because there's still so much there that I hate to just leave it. So I'm gonna cherry pick through these boxes, try to like consolidate a little bit, donate some to the thrift store, and then go back and try to pick out some more, maybe cherry pick a little bit, but try to take some more and then probably call it and head home, unless I have, you know, another trip in me. But as of right now, I mean, the boxes are heavy, it's a lot. I can also, you know, I have to drive home with all of this weight in my car, so I've got to be cautious and mindful of how much I'm putting in here, and I want to be able to kind of see around me driving back home. So that's going to be what we're doing. A little bit of a pivot, not my plan exactly, but definitely gonna work, I think. So let's go ahead and head over there and see how much of this we can kind of cherry pick out of. Whew. Okay, so as you can see, I emptied a ton out. I kept this one box because there was enough good stuff in it, and it's just kind of in the middle. I've filled up my front seat here with some books, and you can see I put a bunch over there. They already took one load. All right, I'm gonna head back to her house, see what else I can load up. I might cherry pick a little bit there since she said somebody else will be donating some stuff, so we'll kind of see what I can get. All right, guys, I'm officially done. This is what I'm taking home with me. It's a good half car full. I went ahead and ended up getting back there and cherry picking. So everything that's in these bags, except for these pink boxes, have been gone through. So I kind of know what I'm taking. But for the most part, these pink boxes, this one and that box up there, those are all going to be mysteries. But yeah, really happy with everything we got. I'm obviously very out of breath and tired, but some good stuff. About to go ahead and start heading back home on the long trek, but overall really good trip. I'll show you some of the stuff obviously when we get back to the office and kind of some of the things I picked out, but it's a lot of general fiction, a lot of thriller, a lot of mystery stuff. So glad I can see. That was my big thing. I was like, I really want to be able to see driving home, so glad I'll be able to see. And it is the next day. Obviously some books fell over here in driving. This is the very unglamorous side of book selling that a lot of you guys that maybe have not actually gotten into book selling yet need to be aware of. That there is just, it's a lot of manual labor. You're lifting a lot of really heavy boxes and bags. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Start my morning off with a little workout, book workout. Okay, everything's in the office now, and it is a ton. It's obviously taking up my whole floor. As far as the bags go, I pretty much know what's in there because I cherry picked those items out, but the 2 big brown boxes and the 4 pink boxes, I don't know what's in those boxes, but I'll kind of go ahead and show you some of the things that like I cherry picked out just so you guys can kind of see, I guess, like what if you were, again, I always try to give you the perspective of if you were given an opportunity to go to someone's house and everything was free, what would you pick? And so this is kind of just some of the items. So I will say she was a big thriller reader. So there is a absolute ton of thriller in here, but she was also selling. So there is some kids stuff, some young adult and things like that. Lots of cozy mysteries for sure. And what was really cool is she had a lot of her mysteries and stuff in sets. So there were a lot of books that were bound together like this, you can see. So she did do some of that, which was nice. There's a little bit of romance, some fantasy. I don't know if you guys can really see what I'm flipping through here. But kind of like a vintage Gone with the Wind is kind of cool. It's literally just like a handful of kids' books. Almost everything was adult. But I was picking up kind of this general fiction stuff. The stuff that either I've recognized from selling before or stuff that I can just tell by looking at. Like, okay, these are like general fiction books. Again, here's another, looks like probably a trilogy here with the books tied together. So that's really cool. I feel like there was, again, a decent, surprisingly decent bit of young adult kind of blended in here. So I did get a good bit of YA, but I will say that I think that 70% of these are probably cozy mysteries, mystery or cozy mystery of some sort. I will say these you can kind of see the spines of a little bit more. So I can kind of show you guys these Linda Costello. Again, just so many thrillers. We've got one Lucy Score there. Again, a couple of romance, which was nice, but a lot of thriller. So I would really like to show you guys more of what's in these bags, but if I'm being honest, I don't have a whole lot of time today to dig through this stuff. I actually need to get home and do some things that I have to do at home. So I'm not going to be in the office much today, but this is kind of what it looks like. I can't exaggerate enough of how many of these are mysteries / cozy mysteries. And if you don't know what a cozy mystery is, it's these types of books. These literally says cozy mystery. This is a historical cozy mystery. They sell pretty well. I have people who love cozy mysteries, and clearly that lady loved reading cozy mysteries. So there's obviously a market for it. But having gone through those, if I find anything crazy or anything, like, I'll let you guys know. But for the most part, this is what I got. Also, I wanted to share that the gas that I spent on this was my main cost for acquiring all of these items. And I spent about $85 to $90 on gas because I still have a little gas left in my tank and I had spent like $90. So we'll just round up and say $90. It was 50 there, 40 something on the way back because I filled up like almost when I was almost empty, not fully empty. But nonetheless, you know, gas prices are insane. So there is definitely a cost to still acquiring these, driving 11 hours. And I think we drove like almost 650-ish miles, something along those lines. So yeah, it was about $90 to like cost of goods this and a day of travel. So there was a day where I wasn't working or doing anything towards anything else. It was just solely to get these. So definitely cost of goods there, but overall really, really happy with it. Definitely think it was worth it. It was so funny because as I was like working through everything, she goes, let me ask you an honest question. Like, was it worth it for you to come out here? And I was like, yeah, it definitely was. Like, it wasn't as much books as I wanted to take. I would have loved to have filled my car up, but driving that far with my car weighed down that much is a little risky. And so I thought the boxes that she had were different than the ones that she had. And so in my thought process, I was like, I've done those before. Those will all fit. It'll be good to go. I'll just load it up and call it a day. But they were much bigger and she had even more books than I could have imagined from the photographs. The photographs did not even glaze the surface, I feel like, of how much she actually had. So but overall, it was a really nice collection. She had some really good stuff and I'm happy I went and I'm happy I was able to help clear her out a little bit. But yeah, now I just got to kind of organize these a little bit into kind of the categories that they are / really just into piles and out of these bags and get them into my, you know, my next show, my Saturday show. So I'll probably have a pretty big Saturday show with some of this stuff. And then depending on how much cozy mystery I have, I might do just a cozy mystery show next week, just because it's very niche, very themed, and there's so much of it. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. I think I want to take you guys just through some of the things that sold in the last 2 weeks. I think we had a good handful of eBay orders. I actually haven't listed anything on eBay. My calendar's new over there, but I don't think I listed anything on eBay for like the last, I don't know, 3 weeks. It's been a long time. So sales have just been really slow, but I have sold some stuff and I want to share with you guys because some of it's from the banker boxes, some's from the free book pickup, some's from the buyout. It's just a little blend of everything, but it has been selling. So it's been nice. And so I'll go ahead and walk you guys through what sold just so you can see. And then I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. All right. So I'm pretty sure this is where we left off. I think you guys saw these Aristotle and the cards. I think that's as far as you've seen. So let's go ahead and go through some of the things that have sold since I've last shared my sales with you guys. We had this Eye of Shiva. This was a like kind of a cult book. I've actually had this for a really long time, so super glad to see that finally move at $32.99. This Shining, the Shining hardcover, Stephen King, $38.99. This Hunt for Red October, I sold for lower than I wanted to, and then it ended up getting canceled anyway. I think they found, I don't know, maybe a better deal. I really don't know, but that's probably relisted now. Good sale for $80 here. This is the Theological Virtues on Faith. This is a random, older book that I got from, I believe this was actually the storage unit buyout, if I'm not mistaken. That was $80. We have this book that is in, I believe, German, and it is just a beautiful book. It had these like flower illustrations on the inside, $36.99, kind of random. Anytime I have books where the title isn't really like in English, I struggle sometimes because it is hard to comp, but that one did end up comping out and checking out pretty well. The Sound Man, this is the biography of like someone, a recording artist, I guess, $10.89. Coasting Captain's Journals, this is from the Bankers boxes, $55. So you can see some pretty good sales. Like even though I wasn't listing, I had some good high dollar items listed already to move. This Edward Rowe Snow lot, really excited. There was, I think, 1 or 2 of the books signed by him, and this was just a collection of books about Maine lighthouses and shipwrecks along the Maine coast. Sold for $34. Did actually sell this Animal Crossing pajama set, and that came with a little bell bag. That only sold for $15.89, but it had some pilling on it, so it was a little bit of a lower price, but super, super cute. The bell bag, that little yellow bell bag that you see there alone, probably could have moved for like $10, so keep an eye out for those little little Animal Crossing things. They sell pretty well. All right, we've got a Storm of Swords. This is a first edition, first print, really, really clean copy, $56.99. I have another one listed, I think, in like the $30 or $40 range because it actually has a lot of wear on it, but sold that really nice copy for $56.99. We have a signed Rabbit Run. This was a Franklin Library, beautiful leather-bound Franklin Library, $30. And then this Stephen King It. This was a mass market, had just like a very little bit of wear on it, but overall pretty solid condition. 1990 edition, $22. And then it looks like I sold this last night. I think I sent an offer out on this. I think I had these listed for $10 and I've had these listed for probably like, I don't know, a year or two. Again, I refresh my listing, so nothing's ever really listed much more than like 90 days in my store because I do relist, delete and relist, or delete, sell similar. I don't do relist, I sell similar. And this one sold for $5.99 on offer. I sent that out aggressively. I think I had it at like $10 and I was like, just take it, please, $6. I don't care. I'm tired of sending out offers. So, some pretty decent sales over the last, I guess, week or two, but nothing crazy, not as often as I was making sales. So would like to get some listings up so I can actually increase my eBay sales. But yeah, that's what sold on eBay. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. Your girl's beat. I know I only made this video. I haven't made a video in the last 2 weeks, and you're like, what have you been doing? What have you been up to? I've been working. I have been doing nonstop whatnot and housekeeping stuff, just like things around the office, keeping stuff organized. I have house projects I've been working on. I had the yard sale to organize. So it's just been a lot. Oh, I haven't even talked to you guys about like the yard sale and stuff. There's definitely things that you haven't seen, and I will probably do a big recap next week, and then like a more sourcing and selling and stuff for you guys next week. So I think next week's video is going to be a little bit longer and hopefully more informative and fun. This was obviously just here's what I'm doing this week. Let me document it and then call it, because I'm just so tired. I don't like saying I'm tired very often. I'm not one to be like, I'm just so exhausted. But I did so much manual labor, a lot of mental labor too this last week, and just planning and organizing and moving stuff around mentally can be exhausting. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. I will see you guys next week with another whatnot reselling related video. I hope you have a wonderful week. Until then, bye.